Scrap political parties' manifestos because they lie. If they had said on stage, increase inheritance tax for farmers, vote for us. If it said, increase national insurance for businesses, vote for us. If they would have said, abolish winter fuel allowance payments for pensioners this winter, vote for us, would they have had the vote? There has been a campaign message, and then there's been an after-election actions. And therefore, it comes the question of how secure and how good are these manifestos that time and time again we've had political parties that have not delivered on the pledge within the manifestos. And this is what you can feel right now. That's why you can feel it in people, the petition, call a general election, where they have lost all trust. So therefore, the whole idea of manifestos is questioned. What's the alternative? Well, if you think about it, if me and you were doing work with one another, you usually go into some form of agreement. You usually go through some form of terms of service. This is my side and responsibility, and that is your side and responsibility. Do you agree? Yep, tick, tick, signature, date, fantastic. Now it's both of our responsibilities to hold up our ends of the bargain. If you do this, then I will do this. It's an agreement, it's a contract, it's terms of service. And therefore, if somebody goes against that, you can then say, well, you've broken that agreement that we've had. This is one of the fundamental things that needs to be discussed. Comment down below, let me know your thoughts. When people have their slogans, political parties have their slogans, all this campaigning, door to door, rallies, that's all well and good. And you can come into the idea of, okay, I believe this message. I believe it, right? Whether that was change, whether that is, from a Reform UK, whether that is family, community, country. These are great. And you want to position yourself, okay, I believe in that. I believe in family, community, and country. Having said that, there's been so much historical issues and broken promises, then I think there's a conversation to be had for all of us, is any political party that is involved in the election, then no longer can manifestos hold up, because there's been too much breakages of these supposed pledges. We should go towards more, whether it's contracts, agreements, signatures. So if the people are able to see what agreement that you're going to sign, what contract that you're going to sign, specifically, we are going to do this, 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 this. And then if we as a people sign that contract, sign that agreement, there should then be a clause where this contract becomes null and void and we go back to election if that is broken. Because that's what would happen in any other part of life. If you think of, you go to a service provider, you want a renovation doing, you want something specifically doing, you get a quote for, I'd like my bathroom doing, I want my bedroom doing, I want my hallway doing, and I want my living room doing. And then you get that agreement in place based on the quote that you've all agreed. If at the end they start doing, they're going to go do the back garden, or they're going to start on the kitchen, you're like, whoa, hang on, this isn't a part of the agreement. Right? We want the bedroom doing, the hallway doing, the living room doing. I don't want my kitchen doing. It would stop, it would break down. The agreement would, that's not what we agreed. That's not the price that's involved. We have to have this conversation of, is there a reform required on essentially ensuring that what gets said gets done? And if something gets done that wasn't said, then there should be some form of repercussions for that, because then you've been essentially lied to. You've been essentially misguided. People go onto Trustpilot and say, this is a scam. Business is a scam. That business is a scam. That service provider is a scam. That product is a scam. And do you know what happens then? From a And ultimately, capitalism perspective, people will stop buying that product. People will stop buying that service because they'd see it for what it actually is. It's a scam. A genuine conversation of, number one, manifestos have had a really, really bad name. There's so much trust that has been diminished. Should lying on a manifesto potentially be made illegal, like not being true to a contract? Should it more go towards agreements and contracts? So basically, everything, full transparency of every action that is taken. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. Do you agree? If you don't sign it. If you do, sign it. If both parties agree, then let's go. Then there would be no more out of the blue, chaotic things that people weren't aware of. There would be no more shocks, breaking news, political party does this or political party does that, and everybody's like, well, we didn't vote for this. We didn't know this was going to happen. It would completely eradicate all that. Now, of course, it needs a bigger conversation. I don't have all the facts. It's just a conversation that I'd like to kind of propose to you based on what I know on how we should work from a business point of view. Let me know your comments. What's your perspective? I'm just giving you some commentary, some thoughts that I was thinking about right now. So let me know. I don't think it's the right way and it needs reform.